That's what I did wrong. Messed something up. Again. Y'all, I am getting so pissed. I've been doing this for a little over a year and I'm still screwing up. I started streaming and it didn't start the broadcast and I didn't hit it. But then I look over here for my backup and I saw Queenie said, "Hi, Sherry and Papa." It's like, great. So all of this, everything that I probably said at the beginning, you guys didn't see any of it. I'm so sick of this shit. I've got to figure out a way to make this easier for my stupid brain. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and start from here. And this is the missing witness that, what's his name, the speaker. I can't believe I still can't frickin' remember his name and I just said it like a minute ago. Aphasia sucks. It doesn't help that I'm... Sup, Churok? Doesn't help that I'm a little pissed off too. So this is the guy that McCarthy said that one of their witnesses had vanished. And this is the witness that had vanished. He is... I'm trying not to be too ticked at myself. So here's what this gentleman, the guy, the doc that I mentioned, here he is. And this is what he has to say.
Good day. My name is Dr. Gal Luft. For the past 20 years, I have been the co-director of the Institute for the Analysis of Global Security, a Washington-based think tank focused on energy security. For the past 15 years, I've been a resident of Israel, and for 4 years, I was senior advisor to the China energy company CFC, at the same time of its dealings with the Biden family.
Question. Why was the Biden family doing any kind of dealings with CFC? First question.
Under normal circumstances, I would be testifying before Congress about my experience with CFC. Sadly, due to circumstances I shall describe here in this video, I am forced to tell you this story via video. My ordeal goes back to a fatal decision I made.
Bad choice of words right there.
In March of 2019 to share with the US government my knowledge about the Biden family's relations with CFC. As I said, it was in March of 2019.
Hey, comics, buy comics.
In a 2-day session at the US Embassy in Brussels. I insisted that the meeting take place in March because at the time there were rumors that Joe Biden was planning to run for president. I saw it as my civic duty to alert the government beforehand and give it enough time to probe the issue. I want to be clear. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I have no political motive or agenda. I did it out of deep concern that if the Bidens were to come to power, the country would be facing the same traumatic Russia collusion scandal, only this time with China. Sadly, because of the DOJ's cover-up, this is exactly what happened. The DOJ sent to Brussels a delegation of 6 people, 2 prosecutors from the Southern District of New York, by the names of Daniel Reichenthal and Catherine Ghosh, and 4 FBI agents. One of them was Special Agent Joshua Wilson from the Baltimore field office, which also happens to cover the state of Delaware. Now you want to ask yourself, why did the government dispatch to Europe so many people? Why 6? Why not 2? The answer is that they knew very well that I'm a credible witness and that I have insider knowledge about the group and the individuals that enriched the Biden family. Over an intensive two-day meeting, I shared my information about the Biden family's financial transactions with CFC, including specific dollar figures.
So, I need to pause just because I'm worried the New York Post will smack me. Did you guys hear what let me just hear that again.
I shared my information about the Biden family's financial transactions with CFC, including specific dollar figures. I also provided the name of Rob Walker, who later became known as Hunter Biden's bagman. Yet, as we now know today from the whistleblower testimony, Gary Shapley, it took the DOJ a whole 21 months to probe the issue and to actually talk to Walker. But perhaps the most alarming information I revealed
Kristen.
was of...
How you doing? Good to see you in here. I'm doing all right. Messed up the beginning of the live, but I've got a lot of crap on my mind, so I'm just going to attribute it to that.
a mole within the DOJ who shared classified information with Hunter Biden and his Chinese partners. I told the DOJ that Hunter was closely associated with a very senior retired FBI official who had distinct physical characteristic. He had one eye. One of the FBI agents at the time even told me, that would be very easy for us to find. There aren't that many one-eyed people in the Bureau. The information I provided the FBI in March of 2019 was fully corroborated 9 months later when the famous laptop belonging to Hunter Biden, which contained all the emails and receipts, was handed to the FBI. And guess who seized the laptop from the computer repair shop? It was Special Agent Joshua Wilson, who was with me in Brussels earlier. In other words, the FBI knew from me about the Biden CFC deals before they got hold of the laptop, way before. They had enough time to investigate the issue, but they didn't. After Brussels, I never heard back from the DOJ, but instead of showing appreciation for my whistleblowing, I became public enemy number one.
I can't. And you're right, Kristen. Doing all right is better than doing bad. I am not. I mean, are we living in the upside down? Is this like no, this is worse than that. It's like a nightmare, y'all. Damn it. 23 minutes. Third yawn. Damn it. Just this whole thing, this whole president and his little gaggle of fools. I'm just, ugh.
Over the past 4 years that followed, me, my family, my friends, my associates, we were all harassed, intimidated, and finally, I was prosecuted. Despite all that, on the eve of the 2020 elections, I sent my lawyer to Washington to meet with then acting Deputy Attorney General, Mr. Richard Donoghue, to ensure he was informed about the information I had given his department in Brussels 19 months earlier, and also to warn him that there may still be a mole within the DOJ. Mr. Donahue confirmed to my lawyer that he was aware of my claims, but now we learn from the IRS whistleblower that it was Rich Donahue himself who suspended the investigation a few weeks earlier on September 4th, 2020, on the grounds that it was, quote, too close to the elections. Finally, in February this year, I was arrested in Cyprus on an extradition request from the Southern District of New York, the very same office that met with me in Brussels. The 7-count indictment said I violated the Arms Export Control Act, and if I convicted, I would face up to 100 years in prison. While I was detained in Cyprus, I was portrayed in the international media as an arms dealer, even though I never traded a bullet in my entire life. In fact, nowhere in my indictment the DOJ claimed or presented evidence that I bought, sold, shipped, or financed any weapons. I was also charged with acting as an unregistered agent of CFC, which is
I hear you, Kristen. I'm kind of trying to insulate myself from it, but this caught my eye and totally blew what I originally planned to do out of the water. So it's crazy. I've been wondering where this guy was, and now here he is.
I was also charged with acting as an unregistered agent of CFC, which is a FARA violation. The DOJ says that I caused a payment of $6,000 a month to former CIA Director James Woolsey in order to put his name on an article I had ghostwritten for the China Daily newspaper. Nowhere in the indictment, the DOJ mentioned the well-known fact that Mr. Woolsey had been an advisor to my think tank since 2002. And that there was nothing in the article that represented Chinese interest. To the contrary. The notion that I, Gal Luft, spoon-fed a CIA director with policy proposals on China, treating him like a useful idiot, is not only an insult to the intelligence community, it is an insult to the intelligence of every American. The US government claims that I acted on behalf of CFC, and therefore I'm a foreign agent. But let me tell you a little secret. The same CFC that the US government claims was associated with the Chinese intelligence and, quote, an international criminal organization, was a 501c3 charitable organization registered in the state of Virginia and approved by the IRS.
What? How? Thanks, Queenie. Kristen, I understand totally. I went off earlier when I realized who he was, but let's hear that again, because
criminal organization was a 501c3 charitable organization registered in the state of Virginia and approved by the IRS.
Okay, so 501c3. I was part of the board for a 501c3 called Warriors First, and that was for veterans that were dealing with the CJC, criminal justice courts. Here in where I live. And how?
The same organization was also a major donor to the Clinton Foundation and Columbia University. Needless to say that none of their executives were charged for any wrongdoing. If CFC was indeed a foreign entity tied so closely to the PRC, why was it allowed to operate freely as a public charity?
Valid question. Let's hear it again.
Their executives were charged for any wrongdoing. If CFC was indeed a foreign entity tied so closely to the PRC, why was it allowed to operate freely as a public charity? Why did the government expose taxpayers to the risk of funding an entity it knew at the time was so compromised? Why did they not warn anybody? Isn't the role of government to protect its people?
Yeah.
I'm also being charged for making a false statement in Brussels. But why was I in Brussels to begin with? Was I there to eat Belgian waffles? The DOJ charged me for making a statement in a voluntary meeting that would have never come to bear if not for my good citizenship. So let me propose an idea. Why won't the DOJ make my indictment public? Do it. Make my day. Put it on your website.
Make my day.
So that every American can see the nature of the allegations against me, the quality of the evidence, and the length the government is willing to go to weaponize the justice system to punish whistleblowers like me. I have another idea. Why won't the FBI submit to Congress the minutes from the Brussels meeting? Let everybody see what happened in Brussels. Why not? Are you trying to protect anything? Are you trying to protect anybody?
You think?
I also hope that the DOJ can explain why they targeted me in Cyprus and not in my home country of Israel, where I reside most of the time. After all, the US shares a bilateral extradition treaty with Israel. So if any of my crimes are real and serious, and this is not just political prosecution, why did the US need to sneak up on me during a short visit to Cyprus? Do they not trust the Israeli judicial system to judge this issue on its merits? What's going on here? Also, why did the DOJ wait 6 whole years, well beyond the statute of limitation, to indict me? And why did the DOJ choose to unseal the indictment on November 1st, 2022? The very same week of the midterm elections.
Wow. Queenie, you're absolutely correct. I actually watched something, Dan Bongino was Secret Service. He knows that the only people that are able to come and go and just be waved through are direct family members of the president. That's it. There's no well-trafficked area. There's everything that, I love it, Benny Johnson calls her cringe Jean-Pierre, and it's very accurate. It's just, he needs to be more than impeached. Let's just put it that way.
Could this have anything to do with the fact or the fear that once Republicans gain control over Congress and begin to investigate, their cover-up would be in full display? And perhaps the biggest question of all, why am I being indicted for FARA, for ghostwriting an innocuous article for which I received no payment, let alone from a foreign government, when the mother of all FARA cases, the Biden systemic influence peddling on behalf of foreign governments for which they raked millions, goes unpunished?
Valid question.
This is, in a nutshell, why I decided to act the way I did. Because I do not have faith that I would receive a fair trial in a New York court. Absolutely not. Let me tell you why. CFC Secretary General Dr. Patrick Ho, who paid Hunter Biden $1 million for God knows what, was not allowed to mention the word Biden before the jury when he was tried in New York in 2018. The very same prosecutor who is now after me, Daniel Reichenthal, told the judge at the time that mentioning the name Biden would, quote, add a political dimension to the case. And the judge agreed. Which means that if I'm ever brought before a U.S. court, I would not be allowed to utter the word Brussels, or Biden. And the real context of my arrest, me being patient zero of the Biden family investigation, would be hidden from the jury.
And from everybody else.
Let it sink in. I, who volunteered to inform the US government about potential security breach and about compromising information about a man vying to be the next president, am now being hunted by the very same people whom I informed and may have to live on the run for the rest of my life.
Shit? Can you actually believe this shit? This is our fucking country right now. Sorry. Little late. This is our country that is doing this dystopian bullcrap to this Israeli colonel. Can this be any more frigging obvious that we are under siege from the southern border and run by a puppet, what are those things called? Puppet, like a gathering of puppets? I friggin' forget. But a bunch of idiots, let's just say that.
Informed and may have to live on the run for the rest of my life. I warned the government about potential risk to the integrity of the 2020 elections. If convicted by a US court, would never be able to vote again in the US elections. Just think about it and ask yourself, who's the real criminal in this story?
Oh, we already knew.
Thank you for listening.
Holy shit, you guys. Can you believe this garbage? Unfrigging believable. I would say it's unreal, but it's not unreal. This is the way garbage is nowadays. Ever since this walking desiccated pile of freaking shit took that oath of office that he's completely freaking blown off. Dereliction of duty to the nth. The nth degree. Well, I got one that doesn't have the pause, so when I hit the button, but you can still hear it because the microphone's over here. But still, I am absolutely disgusted with the way this country is now. How it's been turned into a, basically, even more so of a clown world than Tom McDonald ever freaking said in his videos. It's gone freaking way beyond what he said. And what he said at the time was pretty holy crap. You know what I mean? I mean, granted, yeah, he was calling out. He was calling that out, just like he always does. And the stuff that was true then would be, or is, believe it or not, that stuff is peanuts now compared to what the frig is going on now. But I'm sitting here absolutely I gotta be careful. I just turned 49 and I have, every now and again when it gets damp out, I got freaking pain in the knuckles, so I've been catching myself gritting my teeth a lot too. Like Kristen, I should be stepping back a little bit more from this whole freaking thing, but it's like a train wreck. I can't look away because I don't want to miss when he finally, all of them, finally get what's coming to him. And I'm going to be honest, I'm surprised I'm still here. Just saying. Hopefully I didn't just jinx myself, knock on wood. But so in part of what he said in that video, here is check it out. One eye. Jeez. Hunter Biden had a well-paid FBI mole named One Eye who provided confidential information about government probes of his Chinese business partners, according to an Israeli energy expert, of which we just heard from. The whistleblower was arrested in Cyprus last month after the U.S. Department of Justice accused him of being a gun runner and made an extradition request. What the actual seriously, he is a former Dr. Gal Luft is a former Israel Defense Forces lieutenant colonel, okay, with a doctorate in strategic studies from the Paul H. Nitze, probably said that wrong, School of Advanced International Studies at Johns Hopkins University. Wow. Luft is a co-director of the Institute for the Analysis of Global Security, a Washington-based think tank focused on energy security and economic trends. Luft is a senior advisor to the U.S. Energy Security Council that is focused on diminishing the inordinate strategic importance of oil, not working, which stems from its virtual monopoly over transportation fuel. The stupidity of that sentence, not the stupidity, not saying that Blaze is stupid. What I'm saying is stupid is, of course it's the freaking, a virtual monopoly. That's what the freaking fuel is made out of. The hell? I mean, what the... So, Luft specializes in geopolitics, geoeconomics, energy security, Middle East, and U.S.-China relations. He was also reportedly, I don't know who reportedly said it, but he did in that video just then, a senior advisor for China Energy Fund Committee, which is CFC is what he kept calling it. A 2019 Financial Times article stated Chinese National and CEFC Deputy Chairman Xi Ping Patrick Ho attended energy security conferences organized by Luft's Analysis of Global Security. So, I mean, I don't even want to, I'm not going to read the rest of this to y'all because it's, I mean, here's the garbage right here. 10 million annually for introductions alone. What the hell? And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm going to pop one more thing in before I go because I'm starting to get a headache from this crap. I forgot. I got Messenger up on my big box. I'm going to turn it down. So, I just, wow. All right, let's see. I believe Benny Johnson is the one that had it. Come on, give me Benny. That way I can show it to you guys what I watched from him. Okay, so, hold on. YouTube is being slow right now. All right. So I watched this earlier, and it's definitely something I wanted you guys to see. So, because I mean, I was blown away.
Hunter Biden, kicked out of the story for coke. Biden's son Hunter discharged from Navy Reserve after failing cocaine test. What does this mean? What does this tell you? This tells me that Hunter Biden was so reckless with his cocaine usage that people who were working next to him at the Navy said, this guy's on coke. This guy's turned up. That's what it tells me. He was so obvious and egregious in his drug usage that it was just plainly obvious that he was using drugs. So they tested him, even though he was the vice president's son at the time. They still subjected him to a test, and they should do that now. Mm-hmm. You need to subject Hunter Biden and the entire Biden family to drug tests. Yep. They're the only ones who could have gotten a bag of cocaine past Secret Service. You need to test them again. That's the evidence, ladies and gentlemen. Here's what Donald Trump has to say. Donald Trump on Truth Social. Going through. We are so back, baby. We're so back, Donald Trump. Does anybody really believe the cocaine in the West Wing of the White House, very close to the Oval Office, is for the use of anyone other than Hunter and Joe Biden? Oh, is Joe Biden on cocaine? Is that why Joe Biden looks so weird in that one video? Watch. The fake news media will start to say that the amount found was very small and that it wasn't really cocaine, but rather a common ground-up aspirin, or the story will vanish. Has deranged Jack Smith, the crazy Trump-hating special prosecutor, been seen in the area of the cocaine? He looks like a crackhead to me, says Donald Trump. Never change, Trump. Never change. Where are the White House security tapes?
Valid. I'm pausing just because I don't want Benny to smack me.
Ones I openly and happily gave deranged Jack Smith, which will quickly show where the cocaine in the White House came from. Mm-hmm. They already know the answer, but don't like it. Ooh, Donald Trump getting to the heart of the issue here.
Go figure.
Politico,
it's kind of what he does.
The favorite rag of the deep state and the regime, with a headline from...
Thanks, Queenie. I forgot to tap it. Did I tap it when the computer restart? Yeah. Got it now? I can see it bouncing, so it's on now, I hope. Queenie with the freaking microphone. That's awesome. I wish I had microphones like that. Just hang it from the ceiling, like right here somewhere. Be cool. No, turn off. Okay, so you're saying you're welcome. That means the mic's working. Can you guys believe this crap? What in the hell? Uh-oh. It's 7 minutes to 7. I got Mr. Duke down here. Hello. What do you look at my leg for? Dude, when you drink water, can you not get it all over your face? His tongue flicks it and it's up between his eyes. Like right here. Let me guess, you want to go outside. Okay. Can you guys hear him? Hey, you alright? Well, with that frickin' good grief. What are you sniffing? What are you sniff? Hey, come here. Oh, and the thumping you're hearing is Penny's tail because she's laying on the floor over there. What? Come here. Come here. Oh, excuse you. Burp. Excuse you. Excuse you. Yes, excuse you. Well, ow! Dude! Don't push! I said ow, he goes, Alright. He's throwing the I'm the old guy, you will pay attention to me and you will do as I say. Yeah. I just pay the mortgage. This is his house. Hey. I wish they could see you. Can you guys hear him panting? No, I don't think so. Okay, Duke, what'll it be? Ooh, you're gonna go lay down? Oh, I knew that was too good to be true. He's under the desk now. Oh, what is this? Oh, trash can. Stay out of trash can, Pen. Really? You're gonna huff at me from under the desk? What are you doing? You guys, my desk is like this right here, and his face is right here. I mean, I know you can hear him panting. It's... What? What? You got water all over your face again. You got it more than just in between your eyes. Did you hear that? All right. Calm. Good boy. Thank you for kisses. With that, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night because that was creepy how coincidental that was. And because you heard that from him. All right. Shh. Easy, mister. He has laryngeal paralysis, but very mild. It just makes him heave sometimes when he does too much. Thank you, kisses. I'm getting kisses. Oh, I moved my hand. Now he's got the other one. Really? I don't have anything on my hands. All right. With Mr. Duke's permission, I'm going to go ahead and thank you guys. Ground crew, I love you. You are the frigging best. And Queenie, you rule. Love you, sis. Papa. DK, wherever you are. Mel, wherever you are. Comics, with your drive-by light. Thank you for that. Wow. Chill Rock, he did a drive-by too. That was awesome. I'm still laughing about that freaking short that he put up. Oh my gosh. That chick with no teeth. Oh my gosh. You guys gotta go check Chill Rock out. That shit is funny as hell. Alright. I'm gonna... Okay. Bless you. Did you have to do that on my shirt? Oh. Dog mom life. Oh gosh. I love you guys and I will see you next week.